Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with our Crafty Playdate, and we are making another card that we made in class recently so that my people have a video if they want to recreate it, and also so that you at home can play along. If you can't make it to a class, if you don't live in the Chicagoland area, then you can attend my classes virtually through YouTube. We are using a carrot stamp set, and I know it seems crazy to have a stamp set dedicated to carrots, but who can resist when they're that cute? Seriously, when I saw this, I thought, oh, I'm not really sure if I need a carrot stamp set. And then I saw the picture of the card that they made. This is a celebration set, so it's only available through the end of February of this year, of 2023. So if you want this, it's free, but you have to get it this year, this month. All right, so let's get started and play with this set, and I'll show you why it's just so very cool. This is a vertical card, so it stands up like this. It's not, sideways like a normal card. It's a tall card. So you're still using one piece of regular cardstock, 8.5 by 11, but when you cut it in half, you're just cutting it the long way instead of the short way. So, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. And why do you do that, you say? Well, because the carrots are tall, and I just thought it helped drag your eye that way. I don't know. That's why I did it. Okay, so there you go. There's your card base, and I can set that aside. The colors that we are using today are pale. Well, we're using lots of colors of ink and a couple colors of paper, but we're going to get started with Pale Papaya. Pale Papaya is one of the in colors that is going away also at the end of this catalog. So we have a set of colors. They're marked right here. It says in color. They are 5 colors, and they are good for 2 years, and then they go away, and it alternates. The 1 year they get these and they're good for 2 years, but at the 1 year mark we get another 5. So there are always 10 in colors kind of working around. 5 that are on their way out, 5 that are on their way in. These are on their way out. So if you like this, grab it. The other colors that are included with this one, I believe, are Evening Evergreen, which we use quite a bit, Soft Succulent, Polished Pink, and a blue. I don't remember what it's called. All right. So anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just telling you, get this. When you get it, get the refill. Because if you don't get the refill, the stamp set or this ink pad, as soon as you're done with it, it will dry up, and then you will never be able to re-ink it, and it will be a doorstop. So, all right, starting with our Pale Papaya, as you can see here, it is not quite a normal panel size. So it is actually 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So it's narrower this way, but a normal panel this way. And the reason that I did that is the reason that this, this does not look super straight. So I'm gonna doctor a little. Okay, that's better. The reason that this card, that I did that, is I wanted a little extra white to be visible, because I think that's what makes it look kind of fresh. All right, so that's why we do that. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. We are using only liquid glue and dimensionals today, so you don't have to worry about any other. Okay, that's why that worked like that. That was spring-loaded. Throw me away, I'm empty. Okay, so that just goes right on there, and I'm centering it side to side and top to bottom. But you can see it's wider on the sides and narrower on the top and bottom. It's just to add that extra layer of white so that it looks fresh, fresh, fresh. Okay, then there is this paper. This paper, let's see if I can find it real quick. I think it's in this catalog, but it's in the back. Yes, it's right here. See it? So when you host a party, you get host dollars, and you can use them toward any single thing you want. You need more glue? Great. You need new colors or paper or stamps, bundles, whatever. But there are options in the back that are only for hosts that you could use your dollars on, your host dollars, if you're interested. And one of them is this big pack of paper, and it is a monster pack. It is 48 sheets, I believe. It is 12 by 12 paper. It is 48 sheets for each of 12 different double-sided designs. So it's a lot of paper. So you will have paper for days, and you can do cute things like these are just Ghirardelli squares that they wrapped. So cute. We're going to make something with this frog set too because it's so cute, but not today. All right, so anyway, that's what this paper is. It's flowers back here and stripes up here. And I am going to go ahead and glue that down too because why not? All right, I'm going to leave a wide orange border. And then when I put my white one on, I'm going to try and keep about the same amount of space. And I don't care how much of this shows. It can be a little more, a little less, doesn't matter. What's important is this part. All right, so this piece is 5 by 2.5. And it is our carrot piece right here that we're going to stamp on. And this carrot stuff is kind of tricky. It is two-step stamping. And if you have watched videos from me recently, I showed you how to do two-step magic where you use the Stamparatus and you go right back in the same spot. That works great and I love it, and it's probably my favorite technique. This one doesn't have dies to it, so I can't cut out the carrot in advance, you know, and then put the stamp in like I do with the Stamparatus. And they're photopolymer, so they're clear. So I can see through them to stamp them. So this works pretty well like this. To stamp my carrots, I am going to use 2 different colors of orange. I'm going to use Pale Papaya for the lighter shade, and then Pumpkin Pie, it's just way too many P's, for the details. Now the details are a funny looking stamp. It doesn't look like anything unless you see it right up next to the carrot, and then you see, oh yeah, that's the detail of the carrot. So we are going to do the, I'm going to put away some of these crazy glues. I don't remember now which one I had that worked. We are going to go ahead and do the Pale Papaya first. And we're using the more solid. So the solid is the light, the details is the dark. So always remember, details is the dark. So I'm going to ink this baby up, the carrots. And then here's a trick for you. If you want to make them like this and you want them all kind of pointing in, start in the middle. Do the first one. It needs to be kind of low. We're going to go ahead and press and lift. It needs to be kind of low so that you have room for your stems. And if you start on one side and then kind of work in and you're trying to all get to a single point kind of where they go together, it's kind of like cutting your own bangs. You do this one too much at an angle, then you got to do this one different, then you got to do this one different, then soon you got these crazy bangs. Yeah, ask me how I know all about that. Okay, but since I'm not doing bangs and I started in the middle, I can make it go all the way to the corner and kind of touch over. See how that, I can see right through it. I can see where I'm stamping. And I should actually have a mat under me, and I will do that in just 1 minute. Again, I'm going to the corner and see how I can see the other carrot through there. And that way I know they're all going to kind of meet up in the middle. So that works for me. I should have a mat down. Why, guys? Why should I have a mat? Photopolymer, no sponge, right? So I need something that has a little spring action. And I'm almost done with this color. I'm going to just set it aside without opening it so that I get the opportunity to put my arm in it in a few minutes. Okay, but I am going to go ahead and do the details. So details is dark. So my darker color here is Pumpkin Pie. I'm going to make sure that's actually on my mat. Ink up my details. And then details doesn't matter which one you start at, really. I'm going to go over here. It also is kind of forgiving. If you don't get right on the carrot or right on the edge, it doesn't matter. It's kind of artsy carrot. It's not a dangerous carrot. It's an artsy carrot. It's not a picky carrot. Not even a carrot for picky eaters. It just works. Okay, and I'm going to do my last one here. As you can see, I'm kind of coming from the side on this. These stamps are beveled-ish on the edges. And so sometimes when you're looking straight down, you can't see where the edge of it is. With the bevel, you kind of can. Okay, so that's the dark orange, and I'm going to set that aside too so that I can do that in a minute too. Okay, so we've got the bottoms. Now we need the tops. We are using 2 different greens. We are using Parakeet Party. This is one of the newer ink colors. So this one will be good for another year. Those retired this year. These are good for another year, and we'll get a new set of 5. So that's Parakeet Party is the light, and the darker is Granny Apple Green. And this is actually one of our core colors. It's in our Brights family. You can see it doesn't have the little markup here. So this is Parakeet Party. Lots of peas today. It's all about the peas today. All right, and I'm going to use the leaf. So in your carrot stamp set, you have leaf, and then you have kind of this sprig that almost looks like the parsley part. I'm going to use the light for the sprig, and I'm just going to put 3 on here, and they don't have to be exact. Going to kind of crisscross them. On that one, I really spread them out, and it's really cute, so do whatever you want to do. That's fine. Done with the Parakeet Party ink. Close that up and stick the edge of my finger in it. You got it. And Granny Apple Green, I'm going to do the parsley looking thing, which is so pretty. And you know what? Honestly, this would be really pretty if you were doing a dark based card. I can see right through it, so I can kind of see what I'm doing here. If you were doing kind of a dark based card, like on a dark cardstock, a black, and you were doing a floral, and you did this in white and embossed it, it would look almost like baby's breath. Right, so that would be another use for this. Okay, so my carrots are done. See that little smudge? No worries, I'll hide it. I'll show you how I take care of that. That smudge, by the way, came from my finger somewhere. I told you I'd put my hand in it. All right, so now let's do our thanks a bunch sentiment. So what I did was I just cut, because I wanted to make a couple of these because it was going to be a class. So this is 3 by 1. Easy peasy. And I cut another one out of just a piece of scrap that I had left over. And then I cut the angle and played with the angle until I got the angle the way I like it. Now, when I go to cut these, I just put my 3 by 1 right on there, and it's basically just a little template. And that way I always get the same angle. You can use your trimmer, but sometimes cutting an angle with a trimmer can be a little challenging. If you want to see a good trick for cutting an angle with a trimmer, you need to watch Robbie Rubala's video. She did one recently, actually using a carrot card. Same stamp set, different pattern, but she cut with an angle on a piece of paper, and she had a little trick. So you should definitely watch that. Okay, so now I'm going to do thanks a bunch. So my thanks is my dark color, and my dark color is pumpkin pie. So that goes kind of at the top of here. Thanks. Ah, that's horrible. What was I thinking? Okay, so now another supply to the rescue. All right, I'm going to do this again. It's been one of those days, guys, I tell you. One of those days. All right. So we're going to do this again. My thanks a bunch looks like this. All right. So thanks. Pretend like if I edited that I would have taken that right out of there, but I didn't. Okay, so my thanks goes way up at the top here. Thanks. Good. And now my a bunch is going to be my lighter orange color, which is the papaya, Hill Papaya. So this stamp set has adorable ones too. Some people did the love you a bunch instead of thanks a bunch in the class, and that was really cute too. You could definitely do that. It makes sense. And they put a little sprig over here too, which, you know what? Let's do that. That was really super cute. I think they did it with the darker color and the parsley looking one. So let's do that. They just kind of went like this. Cute. All right. Anyway, just adds a little something. All right. So that's what somebody in my class did, and I liked it. All right. Copycatting a student. That's how we get our ideas. We steal them from students. Okay. So now I am going to go ahead and glue this on. And again, we are going just back with the liquid glue again. And my most important thing here, the most important thing is I want to try and match this side and this side. Doesn't matter how much of this shows. I just want this side and this side to be about the same. Okay. Oh, sliding. This is the beauty of the glue. I can, if I get it a little crooked, I can just straighten it out. I've got a couple seconds to do that. And then remember that smudge where I put my finger with the ink pad? I can cover it up right now with my thanks a bunch. So I'll show you how to do that. Let's use my big dimensionals. Oh, for goodness sakes. Here we go. All right, so I just need maybe 3, whatever I've got in my hand. That's exactly how many I need. And I'm just going to put those on there. This is some kind of wacky something. I don't know what happened there. All right. All right, and I'm going to peel that off and throw it on my floor. Good. And now this is going to go right over that smudge that I had. The most important thing, I think, is that it hangs off over the edge of the white so that it just gives a little more interest. It breaks up that orange and it looks kind of fun. So that is the end of this card. So if you were to get a couple of the inks and a couple of the papers, you would be able to get this free through Celebration and this using your host dollars if you had a party. So when I say party, it can be a party of one. It just has to be you. That's all. All right. Have a great day. Be sure to stop back and check out some of our other fun things that we're doing. And definitely stop in on Thursdays because there will always be a video on Thursday for the next couple of months at least, called Throwback Thursdays that I'm doing with a friend. And it's so fun. All right. So I will list everything that I used in this below. If you're interested, then definitely let me know and you can click right through to my store. Otherwise, if you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be yours. My name is Amanda Frankel, and I'm so happy you stopped by. Have a great day. Bye-bye.